Hola, buenos noches, and good evening. This is your weekly news report, and I'm your host, Pedro, along with Rafa and Chief Meteorologist Ariana. MySpace could soon make a comeback after nearly 2 decades on the decline, as its owners seek a fresh start to compete with the current social media giants. The owners of the once popular social media platform, brothers Tim and Chris Vanderhook, announced plans to relaunch MySpace with a new vision. The brothers said they want to create a platform that feels different from current social media platforms, which many users complain are too focused on algorithms and are designed to encourage endless scrolling. Tom Anderson, MySpace's co-founder and everyone's automatic first friend, sold the company in 2005 and is not expected to be involved in the Vanderhook's upcoming initiative. MySpace first launched in 2003, becoming one of the biggest social networking websites in the world, known for customizable profiles, music features, and a top friends list before Facebook eventually surpassed it as the top social media application. MySpace can still be accessed, but it is nowhere near what it once was. Tom Anderson is also still accessible, but he has not posted on the platform in 13 years.
President Donald Trump has privately complained in recent days that disclosures on the dwindling U.S. munitions stockpile make the United States look weak at a critical juncture, as he repeatedly threatens additional military action to try and motivate Iran to agree to a deal. The topic was front and center during last week's cabinet meeting at Camp David, when a frustrated Trump raised media coverage of the low munitions stocks. Many of those people said Trump has been well aware of any potential problems regarding munitions for months and was not blindsided by the reports. But he was angry that the information had been exposed at an inflection point in the conflict and that it continues to be an increasingly public issue at a time when he wants to project a position of strength. Trump appeared to acknowledge that at least some of the information circulating about the stockpiles was accurate. It was reported this week that the military has burned through nearly 4/5 of its THAAD missile inventory compared to pre-war numbers and roughly half of its Patriot interceptors since the start of the war, according to 2 sources familiar with the latest inventory report.
Lake Mead, the largest reservoir in the United States, has fallen to a record low, yet another sign that the Colorado River system is spiraling further into crisis. Water levels on Thursday in Lake Mead dropped to 1,040.5 feet, below the previous record low of 1,040.58 feet set in July 2022. The lake is now lower than it's ever been since it was created 9 decades ago. Lake Mead, which stretches along the Arizona-Nevada border, was formed in the mid-1930s when the Hoover Dam was constructed on the Colorado River. The lake supplies water to more than 20 million people. It's one of the most important reservoirs on this vital waterway, along with Lake Powell, which experts also fear could reach record low levels in the next few weeks. In July, the combined water level in the 2 reservoirs tumbled to a historic low. Together, the reservoirs haven't been so low since 1957, during the construction of the Glen Canyon Dam, before Lake Powell even filled up. The decline of these vast reservoirs underscores the perilous situation of the Colorado River. The 1,400-mile artery is the lifeblood of the Southwest, irrigating more than 5 million acres of farmland, generating enough electricity to power around 700,000 homes and providing water for 40 million people. It's also a vital wildlife habitat and a key tourist draw. Lake Mead's tumble to a record low is yet another indicator of the entire Colorado River system's precarious condition.
Hello, everyone. I'm your Chief Meteorologist, Ariana, with a look at your weather forecast for the week ahead. Dangerous heat will continue under a ridge of high pressure, with widespread major to locally extreme heart risk over the southwestern, deserts region and Intermountain West through the remainder of the weekend. Early next week, the ridge will expand eastward, allowing heat to spread from the central high plains to the mid-Mississippi Valley. And heat will likely spread to the southeast by midweek. Downstream, upper-level troughing will drive a series of frontal boundaries across the north-central U.S. Northeast and mid-Atlantic. Upper troughing and shortwave disturbances will bring thunderstorms and showers. Across north-central and eastern U.S. through late week, the ridge will move eastward, bringing above normal temperatures across southern plains into southeast. Southerly flow will continue to funnel monsoonal moisture across the southwestern deserts region and southern California, leading to daily thunderstorm development by midweek. Precipitation potential across parts of the upper Midwest into the Great Lakes and Northeast will increase significantly by mid to late week, with a high possibility of thunderstorm development. The Atlantic will continue to remain relatively quiet for the next 7 days, with little or no tropical storm or hurricane development. The southern Pacific will remain active throughout the week, with a few storms developing, but these storms should remain far away from any land. Now here's a look at your 7-day forecast for the Phoenix, Arizona area. We'll see the week start off very hot and dry with daytime highs in the upper 90s to low 100s and decreasing around midweek, with highs dropping below average to the low 90s. Monsoonal activity will increase significantly by midweek, with the chances of showers and thunderstorms each day starting on Tuesday and continuing into next weekend. Overnight lows will be in the mid to upper 80s to start the week, and then decreasing to upper 70s to low 80s by midweek.
Football is back. The NFL preseason is underway as the Carolina Panthers took on the Arizona Cardinals in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio, Thursday night. Rookie quarterback Carson Beck was the Arizona Cardinals starter for the game. Beck was sharp in his pro debut, finishing the game with 15 of 19 completions, 1 touchdown pass and 0 interceptions, and was sacked only once. Beck ended the game with a 125 quarterback rating. However, the Carolina Panthers led the offense down the field late fourth quarter and won the game as time ran out in the fourth quarter. The Panthers come back to beat the Cardinals 33-30. Arizona Cardinals wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this weekend. Fitzgerald finished his career second on the all-time receiving list with 132 receptions for 17,492 yards and 121 receiving touchdowns. Fitzgerald also had a reception in 262 out of 263 career games played and will go down as one of the best receivers in NFL history. Next, we take you out to the desert as the Los Angeles Dodgers took on the Arizona Diamondbacks at Chase Field on Saturday evening. The middle game of the weekend series began as a pitcher's duel between Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Brandon Pfaadt. Kyle Tucker broke a scoreless tie by taking reliever Jonathan Loaisiga deep to lead off the 8th. LA continued the rally by putting a pair of runners on with 1 out, but Ohtani and Pages struck out to strand them. Scott had a redemptive outing, getting out of the 8th inning cleanly after Kyle Hurt loaded the bases with 2 outs, but Diaz did not, allowing the tying run to score on back-to-back triples, but stranding the would-be winning run on third in the bottom of the 9th. After a winless week, the Dodgers were at last able to put their season-high losing streak to bed with a 2-1 victory in 10 innings at Chase Field. The Diamondbacks will close out the weekend series on Sunday afternoon against the Dodgers at Chase Field.
That will do it for this week's weekly news report. As always, thank you for watching and have a great week. Como siempre, gracias por ver el video y que tengáis una buena semana.